Brace the rudders! Raise the sails! Raise the sails!
Captain, an unidentified ship is approaching. Over.
Roger. Wait, is that an Enterprise sales solution?
Reach sales professionals, not professional sailors. With LinkedIn ads, you can target the right people by industry, job title, and more. Start converting your B2B audience today. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started today at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello, everybody. I'm Nicole Goodman.
And I'm Laura Mishkon, and this is Self-Care Club.
The advice for self-care today is endless and can be yet another overwhelming job for women.
Every episode, we trial a different self-care practice, live it to the letter for a week, and report back to you on the results.
Will it actually improve your well-being, or will it be another waste of your time? We test out self-care so you don't have to.
Welcome to Self-Care Club.
Today, we are going to follow on from last week's show on how to follow your heart and discuss what happens when you finally know how to listen to it.
Yes. It is supposed to feel empowering knowing what you want, but it can often make you feel a bit panicked or
yes, it can.
A bit excited, but then once you've done the excitement bit, then you're like, oh shit, now what? And then you realise that any action you might take is going to involve change. And some people are really good with change, and some people find change very scary.
Yes.
And they don't like it.
Yes.
I'm one of those people.
And I'm someone that likes change.
Yes.
I get off on it. So going on from last week where we talked about how to listen to your heart, how to find what lives in your heart, we thought that we would do a show on how to then put that into action.
Exactly. And also to kind of talk about the fact that when you do know what it is and you have listened, you don't have to make this big, huge, dramatic leap, this life-altering gesture.
Well, it's never just one thing, is it? So let's say you want to move house.
Yeah.
You're not suddenly going to wake up and go, right, I know what I want to move house, and then you move house tomorrow. It doesn't work like that. It's one step at a time.
Yes. So you don't have to like quit your job or end your marriage or move to another country or say in the middle of a dinner party, actually, I hate you and I've always hated you and this friendship is over. You don't need to do anything nuts. Imagine if someone did that in the middle of a dinner party.
I mean,
I would get the popcorn out.
I mean, that would be very entertaining, but I wouldn't want them to do it at my dinner party.
No, me neither. As long as I wasn't
I'd be
hosting.
so upset.
What we're saying is that when you have clarity, you don't need to follow that with chaos. And real change, proper change, it doesn't start with a leap. It starts with a lean.
Yeah, I like that. A lean in.
A lean in.
A lean in. I like it. A small, quiet, almost like non-existent step.
Yeah.
That no one really notices.
No.
But it's one of those after another, after another, after another. Like we didn't just suddenly decide to start a podcast and then we'd recorded 700 episodes.
No.
Or have won an award or wrote a book.
Wrote?
You can tell I've written a book or written a book or, it was one thing at a time.
Yeah.
Small
steps.
Incremental steps.
Yes.
Which I think is much more palatable.
And healthier. Yeah.
Well, that's the way it is.
Yeah. So here is something that nobody really tells you. Knowing what you want doesn't come with an instruction manual. There is often a gap between the clarity and the readiness to do it. So you might follow your heart, acknowledge this is what you want, but actually you're not immediately ready to make that change or take that step. And the gap between those two things is not a failure. It's integration. And that's kind of what we're talking about today, how to do that.
I think the gap between is actually, I think it's very helpful and very healthy to take that moment of pause to decide how you want to step forward and how you want to then move forward into the thing that you want.
Yeah. It's your nervous system catching up with your brain. Sometimes things need to settle in your body a little bit before you put them into being.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can ask some questions to yourself. What does this actually change day to day?
What, knowing what you want?
Yeah. who does this affect besides me? Because that's an important part of making a big change, I think. What is the smallest version of this truth that I can live right now?
That's quite a complicated question.
Yeah, it is.
Because if you think about it, like all the stuff that we see on social media, it's like, how can you live the biggest version of yourself? Or how can you be in the biggest version of yourself? Or how can you, what's the biggest version of it's the opposite.
I want to put that into a practical thing. And I'm thinking about the person screaming at the dinner party, I'm done with you, I don't want to be friends with you anymore, right? The smallest version of that truth could be, when that person texts me, I'm not going to reply back immediately.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I've made the decision. My decision is, this is not a good friendship and I want to end the friendship, but I don't want a big blow up scene and I'm not ready to do that now.
Wow.
So here's the smallest thing that I can do while I'm catching up with how I'm exiting this.
Because I guess the biggest version of your truth is that end point of, I don't want this friendship anymore. I need to get out of this friendship. But you can't, well, you can.
You can.
You can blow it all up.
Yeah.
Or you can do it in a way that works for you.
Yeah.
And however that looks.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think that's really useful. I do. I like that.
Should we do some practical steps? Because you don't have to, this is the point of today, is that you don't have to go from realizing things to a reinvention overnight. It doesn't have to be a big, huge, dramatic thing. You can just metabolize it. And that is okay. And we are advocating for that today.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
So here are some practical steps. It's a 3-stage action filter.
Okay. I think we need to give an example.
Go on then.
Well, I'm trying to think of something that I want. I'm trying to think of something that I want that I can apply this to, but I'm struggling. Do you have
Well, you'll
anything?
have to go with your last week's one when you said that you feel like in your heart it's getting a second dog. You could go with that.
Yeah, but I know I'm not ready for a second dog.
But we're not saying you have to get the dog tomorrow.
No, I know, but I've thought about that a lot. And would I love a second dog? Yes. But every time I've been with my dog, I've just thought, oh, I don't even know if I want to share this time that I have with you. Like, I love her so much. Am I getting everything that I need from this one dog? And maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Or do I just want to double it? Or do I? Do I want to double the workload? Do I want... I don't know.
Okay. So it's just a process. It's just a thought processing.
Yeah, it's not a concrete thing. Do you have anything concrete that you can...
No, because I think I said last week that my thing is the gap and finding what's in the gap. So it's not something that I want to make a big change about. It's just trying to find what the thing is.
Well, I think I found this last year when I wanted to start with paddle.
Yeah.
And I knew I wanted to start, but I didn't really know how to start or who to start with and all of that sort of thing. So I kind of have put this into place, but I didn't just wake up one day and say, right, I want to play paddle. And then I played, and then I had a community and I was playing every day. And it is one thing at a time, and everything takes time. But also, if you're like me and that feels a bit like, oh, everything takes time, I just can't be bothered with that. The process can be really fun.
The process of getting into something.
Yeah. And the process of
new
finding
thing.
yourself within that thing that you want can be really fun.
Of making the change.
Yeah, because each step is getting you towards that. And each step feels quite exciting.
Because it's new.
Yeah.
And it's something positive that you've realised that you want for
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
And you're then implementing
Making it happen.
that.
Make it happen.
So before acting on, let's call it a big truth, run it through these 3 questions. Is this a direction or is it a decision? Because some of the truths they're headings, they're not headlines. So it might be that you have decided you want more flexible hours. That's what's for you. You don't have to write a resignation letter, okay?
Do you want more flexible hours?
I really do, Nicole. Yeah.
I mean, if we were more flexible,
we'd be...
we would not be sat here.
You might feel like, I need more intimacy. But that doesn't mean that you have to send a text message breaking up with that person. It's just figuring out what it is that you need. What's the direction I'm headed in here? It's like a compass point.
Yeah.
It's kind of just pointing you towards where you want to be going, right?
Yeah, I love that.
And then the second action filter is, what is the 10% move? Not the very, very, very scary one, the test one. So is it a conversation rather than a confrontation? If it is that friendship, for example, are you able to have a small conversation with them, addressing the reasons why you're not feeling happy and comfortable, to see if there is any leeway there? Is it like with the paddle, just starting an introductory class, not deciding like, I'm giving up my job now because I'm going to be a paddle player?
I think that would be, yeah.
Is it a boundary?
It is that one step
Yeah.
that allows you to sort of dip your toe in, check if it's for you. And that one step will always lead you to another step, whether that's another class for paddle or actually, I didn't love that, I'm not going to bother.
Yeah. Or actually, I like this bit of it, but maybe I actually think I might want to do tennis.
Yes.
Or, you know,
yes.
this is the aspect I enjoyed of it, but this is the bit I didn't.
Yes.
So it's just giving you information, right?
Helpful, useful information.
Yeah. And the last one is, will future me thank me for this, or will future me have to clean it up?
I mean, I'm a big one for this.
In what way?
The future me thing. Because I think you can be very in the moment of, this is what I want to do right here, right now. But that's not always thinking about what is best for you in 3 months' time, in 6 months' time, in a day's time. You have to think about what the goal is and what you truly want for yourself.
But do you think when you do that, I find that quite hard, because I think I spend maybe too much of my time thinking about that future me or even past me, and not enough time thinking about present me. And I wonder if you're doing that, if you're not being that present all the time. Do you know what I mean? Like I would spend too much time worrying about future me, that it would kind of impede present me from doing things.
Like what? Give me an example. What are you worried about future you?
What am I worried about future me? Like, what am I going to always stay in my family home? And what if future me has all these grandchildren, but I'm living in a flat and I haven't got room for them to stay? Or what about if future me wants to not be in London, but then future me isn't near all my family? So like things like that. Like I don't feel like I should be worrying about things in my 60s, but on the other hand, if I don't, then would I regret things in the future that me is doing now? If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I think about future me as in, like, I get up and I go to the gym. It's the easiest example for me, because I'm always thinking about my body being fit and strong in the future.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily, I don't need it right here, right now. I am fit and strong right here, right now. But if I never get up again and go to the gym, then I'm not going to be fit and strong in the future. So I get up, because whenever my alarm goes off at 6 o'clock in the morning, I never want to get up in that moment. So if I'm being present in that moment, I'm going to go back to sleep. But that is not actually serving me and helping me with the things that I truly want for myself.
Yeah.
So I'm always going to, even like 2 hours later, I'm thanking myself that I got up. So I'm thanking past me for getting up for future me.
Yeah. I think that's a perfect example. Yeah.
So I think it can be really helpful and healthy, which 2 words seem to be coming up a lot today. But I know what you mean about, like, I mean, I suffer with being very restless. So and I get very restless on holiday. So a lot of the time I'll be doing something and I think, oh, I should be doing something else. Oh, should I be sitting by the pool? Or should I be going to see that landmark? Or should I be going to this restaurant instead of that restaurant? Am I seeing enough of this place? And that does stop me from being present as to what I am doing. So there are benefits And there are
drawbacks.
Thank you. There are drawbacks to it. I guess you have to use it when it's healthy.
It is quite a funny dynamic with you and me, because I'm naturally more cautious and you are naturally more suck it and see.
I'm not. You always think that
I do feel like that.
You always think I'm impulsive, and I am not remotely
But you take
impulsive.
impulsive as a negative, but I don't think it is a negative.
But I know impulsive people, and it is negative because they end up in a lot of hot water because they don't think things through properly, and I just don't think I'm wired that way.
I don't use that word though with you. Impulsive. I just think you're not. I pull back and you push forward.
Yes,
that's what I mean.
Yes,
I'm cautious. I'm more cautious. I'm more tentative.
The direction that I go in is forward.
Yes.
The direction that you go in is. You're right. It is to pull back.
Yeah.
But I honestly feel like if I pull back, I feel like I just don't see the point. I feel like I'm not living.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But it's interesting that we've been drawn to each other.
Yeah.
That we bring out that very thing that we're both quite scared of.
Yeah.
And that we both bring it to the partnership.
Yeah. Because I have to say, I can't think of any time where I felt restless. It's just not, I'm just not a restless person. It's not part of my personality.
No. I feel restless a lot.
Yeah. You feel somehow you need to do a lot of things while you're here.
Yes.
Yeah.
We talked about this recently, didn't we?
Yeah.
But I think that's part of my, what did we call it?
Epigenetics.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I really do. My dad lost his dad when he was very young. And I think there's something in that because my dad's like that. My dad does so much. And he's always doing and he's always trying, and he's going to be 80 this year, and he's always starting new projects, and he's always bettering himself and pushing himself. And we're always saying, oh my God, Dad, chill out, and he's making me do this trek in September. And it's like he's always got something up his sleeve.
Yeah.
And I have definitely inherited that.
Yeah, definitely.
My mum's not like that. My mum is very happy to sit and chill, and she's much calmer.
Yeah.
But yeah, my dad is, I definitely get it from him.
We were talking about power last night and how men are quite drawn to power. We were talking about Keir Starmer and Trump and everything else, and how it's not really necessarily about how much you want the job, but it's about how you want the power.
Yes.
And I was saying I find it very interesting because it's the last thing I want. I have no interest in power and influence. And I was saying at dinner, I was like, if I was offered the number one podcast in the world, the most influential podcast in the world, I wouldn't want that amount of power and responsibility, influence, because I'm watching, people like Stephen Bartlett now with the backlash that's coming with the toxic masculinity and all of that. And I said, I'd actually, that's not something I want or something I would strive for. And Max said, it's funny because you look at it as a negative. He said, but what I think you're actually saying is that you feel fulfillment in your life. You feel contentment and fulfillment. And I was like, yeah, I actually do. I actually do feel that. And he said, but that's a positive thing. It's not a negative thing,
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, I think sometimes people rush through things because when you know something, but you also know you're not doing it, that's quite uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then pretending it gets quite hard.
Oh, it gets exhausting.
Right.
And also when I know something, the minute I sort of say it to myself, I just cannot I can't unsee it. I can't unknow it. And then I have to act on it.
Yeah. Because it relieves the tension, the doing something.
And I like pushing forward.
Yeah.
It's a very comfortable direction for me.
Yeah. So it's about being aligned and
with yourself.
With yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, but I think that's a very important distinction to make, because you can align yourself with so many other things. You can align yourself with what your boss wants for you. You can align yourself with what your partner wants. You can align yourself with what your friend wants to do. If you're always going to listen to your friend and what restaurant they want to eat in, or all the things that they want to do, you can easily do that.
Yes.
But actually, the true power comes from aligning with yourself and
Yes.
listening to your heart, listening to yourself, and then following it.
And the changes that you make can look very underwhelming from the outside. They can look quite quiet or quite sensible and invisible. So it might be more private experiments, trying stuff, but not really talking about it, less explaining what you're doing and why you're doing it, just doing it quietly and listening to yourself and not making kind of dramatic announcements, just kind of going
Getting on
through
with it,
these
yeah.
things. And that's how you know it's sustainable, because you're able to kind of go through these motions, put things in place, align with the things you want and that you are going to do without destroying, exploding, creating chaos in your wake, I guess.
That's nice. I like that. I think this podcast is quite a good example of that, because we just, we've been building and building and building and building. We are where we are now, but those things don't happen overnight. They
No.
don't happen by taking one step forward.
No.
You don't gain the sort of credibility in the space or the understanding of what and the awareness of what we do. Like, I remember when I stopped hairdressing and I was so desperate for when I saw people out and about to stop talking to me about hair. But in their mind, I'm a hairdresser.
Yeah.
Right? And that would be the first thing that people would ask me about. Well, how's the hairdressing? Or you stopped hairdressing? Or what do you think of my hair? Or hair. And I was so identified with being a hairdresser, and I wanted to be identified with being a podcaster, because that's what I was doing and that's what I was into and that was where my passion lay. And now people, the first thing they ask me is, how's the podcast going? How's work going? Oh, I saw a clip of you. Or, they now identify me as a podcaster, which is great, but I've been working tirelessly in the background, not so people see me in a certain way, but we've been doing it long enough that now that's what I've created for myself.
Well, so that the thing that you are doing day to day and the thing that you are aligned with is the thing that you are recognized for.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Which feels good, right? Because
Yeah,
it feels
of course.
aligned.
Well, it feels aligned and it feels authentic and it feels like, okay, I've built towards this and now I'm acknowledged for that.
Yes.
Not in a kind of blowing smoke up your arse way, but just a kind of, that is how I identify and that's how you identify me.
And that's very validating.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Because it means that who I wanted to be is now in fruition.
Yeah.
And that's a great feeling.
Yeah, it is.
And it's only come from my hard work, your hard work. It hasn't come from anything else.
No, it hasn't.
No, it can't. That's what I love about being fit and strong and like just fitness as a whole, because you can't cheat it.
And no one can do it for you.
And there is no shortcut. You can't buy it.
No.
You can't cheat it.
No.
And you can't fake it.
No.
You can only earn it.
Yeah.
And there's something very beautiful about that, because there's so few things in life that you can apply that to.
Very true.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess it gives you a sense of achievement.
Yeah.
Self-achievement.
Totally.
And self-reliance.
Yes.
Which is good. So here's a listener exercise for you guys.
Are we going to do it?
We can. Ask yourself, what do I know now?
Oh, let's do it.
You didn't start a business just to keep the lights on. You're here to sell more today than yesterday. You're here to win. Lucky for you, Shopify built the best converting checkout on the planet. Like the just one tapping, ridiculously fast acting, sky-high sales stacking, champion of checkouts. That's the good stuff right there. So if your business is in it to win it, win with Shopify. Start your free trial today at shopify.com/win.
Instagram teen accounts have automatic protections for what teens see and who can contact them, plus time management tools. And Instagram will continue adding built-in safety features to help create age-appropriate experiences. Learn more about teen accounts and Instagram's ongoing work to protect teens online at instagram.com/teen accounts.
Hey, it's Sterling K. Brown from the Hulu original series Paradise. The next chapter begins as Xavier's search for his wife takes him above ground, and what he finds will change everything. It was never just about the bunker. Tune in and discover the truth lies outside. Paradise, the official podcast, premieres February 16th, and stream Paradise on February 23rd on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+.
So here's a listener exercise for you guys.
Are we going to do it?
We can. Ask yourself, what do I know now?
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it.
What do I know now that I didn't know? Well, I'll read them all and then we'll go through them. What do I know now that I didn't know a year ago? What tiny action would honour that without forcing certainty? What would it look like to move towards this, not into it?
Oh, I love that visual.
And then write it down, but don't do anything dramatic. Just
You're
acknowledge
so funny.
it.
And I'd be like, do something dramatic.
Do it now.
Okay, come on then.
What are we doing it about?
Well, I don't know. You pick something. What do you know now that you didn't know a year ago?
I know lots of things now that I didn't
Come on
know a
then.
year
What?
ago.
Come on, give us one.
What do I know now that I didn't know a year ago? What did I know now that I didn't know?
It's a hard
a year-
question.
It really is. Maybe something around the perimenopause. Like and that maybe that's more than a year, but like I've learned so much about the whole subject because of the work we've done with all these amazing people, and also kind of watching you go through everything that you've gone through. Well,
You're
it's been a lot
unbelievable.
of trials and tribulations.
No, I know, but you're also going through it.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What I know now that I didn't know a year ago
Yeah.
is that I have definitely been feeling changes.
Yeah.
Well, physical changes, emotional
Yeah.
changes, right?
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
that. Okay. What tiny action would honour that without forcing certainty? I'm
But
not
I
sure
think
about
you're-
the forcing certainty.
But I think
bit,
you're
but-
doing that now anyway. Like you've booked a doctor's appointment.
Yeah.
You're going to check your hormones.
Yeah.
You're kind of
I think that was my tiny action before jumping onto HRT or
you
changing
can't jump
something.
onto the HRT. You just can't force that because it takes time. You've got to get firstly. You've got to get an appointment with the doctor that you want to see. That's the first thing. That takes time. And also you've got to, but there's so many processes before that. You've got to be ready to go and see the doctor.
Yeah.
You've got to admit to yourself, yes, I am in the perimenopause and I might need to get some replacement at this point.
Yeah.
I think I need to go and speak to a doctor. Like there's
Yeah.
all those incremental changes, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that has been a big process for you.
A big process for me. So I guess the tiny action, well, I don't know if it's tiny, but I did go and have all my bloods checked because I wanted to check my thyroid and I wanted to see exactly what was going on in my body so I could pinpoint this level's out, this level's on, this is what's happening. So what would it look like to move towards this, not into it? Well, I guess it's to make the appointments, which I actually have made, and to go and have the discussions with
Yeah.
people that I trust,
Yes,
who know
yes.
me, and to find a plan of action that feels comfortable
Yeah.
and right and positive. And I guess it's that. I think it's that.
Very nice.
Thanks.
Very nice. I don't know. I mean, there are things that I know now that I didn't know a year ago. I have got one.
Go on.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
What do I know now that I didn't know a year ago? I know now that I am an amazing mum.
Yes, that is true. You always were an amazing mum, though, by the
But
way.
I didn't know that a year ago.
Well, you didn't acknowledge it a year ago.
What tiny action would honour that without forcing certainty? I think me just saying that now,
Yeah.
and I say it to my daughter every day, my youngest, and she says, "Oh, do you want to be an amazing mum?" And it's usually like, "Oh, can you like bring in a glass of water for me, or can you like, you know,
Yeah.
bring my laptop upstairs,
Yeah.
or you know, something like that." And
Yeah.
I always say to her, "I am an amazing mum.
Yeah.
I don't need to prove it because I am." So it's that, and it's just saying to myself, for all those years that I doubted myself, just really honouring that.
I think that's lovely.
What would it look like to move towards this, not into it? I guess like moving into it would be arrogant and, you know.
Well, it would be like becoming a momfluencer.
Yeah, in the neurodiverse space.
It was becoming like a neurodiverse influencer and then posting all of your meals and like what you do when there's meltdowns and like how you move through the world. It would be that.
Oh, I'm not going to do that.
Are you sure?
I'm really not going to do that. I tell you what it would look like to move forward towards this is I've had a few discussions with a few people around me who I know have had similar struggles with their kids. And we've sat down and we've really talked stuff out, and they've really asked about my opinion and from my own experience. And I've noticed recently that I'm in such a different space.
Yeah.
Because I'm coming out to the other side, and just how much I've learned. And now I can pass that on to the people that I love and the people that I see struggling.
Yeah.
And I like that I can do that, because I remember where I was.
I think that's such an important part of being older and being experienced and having lived life and faced challenges, because you are the person behind you. Do you know what I mean?
I remember when one of my oldest friends, her daughter was diagnosed with epilepsy many, many years ago, and she was very little. And when I had my daughter's diagnosis, I called her up and I said, this is what's going on. And I was in a state and I didn't know anything, and I was like trying to chase my own tail. And she said to me, look, these big diagnoses, they take time.
Yeah.
And you're not going to know what you know today in 6 months' time, in a year's time, in 2 years' time. And you've got to give yourself the grace to learn it.
Yeah.
And it's a process.
Yeah.
And I think that was one of the best pieces of advice, because it is a process.
Apt for everybody.
Yeah.
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 I think I'm kind of, so my oldest son broke up with his very, very long-term girlfriend a few months ago. And so I'm kind of watching him navigate things as a young man, dating again and all that sort of thing. And he does like to talk to me about it a lot, about his, not about the dating, but about his feelings and how he feels about the girls that he's going out with and their backgrounds. And not that I'm like, you know, the married at first sight counsellors, but I do like that he feels I'm a safe container. I'm someone who he can have those conversations with, who understands, who's lived a little longer, who can see things with a bit more perspective. And it's nice to be that person. It's nice to feel like you have something to offer and to help with, you know, because someone beforehand has done that for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We've got 5 self-care steps, because we never leave you without practical tips. Step 1, containment. You do not need to process this stuff with everybody.
Shall I not do a big Instagram post about how I'm an amazing mum?
I mean,
and you can. Now you're in perimenopause. You're
Shall
going to go to the doctor.
Shall I post about that? Shall I post?
Well, you say that. We're taking the piss.
Come with me while I go to see the gynecologist. Knock, knock. Hi. Just choose one safe container.
Well, we both seem to have chosen this podcast.
Well, this is our safe container. It can be one journal, one trusted person, one therapist, one coach, just even your notes app at 1 a.m. Please don't make it ChatGPT, because I would just tell you as an aside, I have been reading a lot of posts on Facebook about women who've been saying, XYZ is going on in my life and no one understands, but I spoke to ChatGPT about it and they were amazing. It's like, no, that's not healthy. Step 2, keep one thing exactly the same. So when this clarity hits you, there is an instinct, as you said, to kind of just overhaul everything. Just be like 2 feet jumping into it.
No, I didn't say that.
What did you say?
seem to think that's what I do. I don't do that. I don't do that.
But you want to.
But
you want to do it.
Yes, but I don't.
No, but you want to.
I do for like a minute.
Yeah. So you can anchor yourself by keeping one routine, one friendship, one daily ritual, just something that's exactly the same, because you do need a bit of stability. Stability is self-care when you're changing internally. That's my quote for the day.
Stability is beautiful. It's a beautiful quote. Repeat it.
Stability is self-care when you are changing internally.
I think stability is self-care anyway.
I do too.
I think it's a beautiful, underestimated thing.
It is, but it's not always like the most fun.
No,
You know?
I do. But then I think we start to redefine fun.
Yes.
We should do a show on that because my friends always tell me how boring I am. I'm not.
What?
Thank you. I'm not boring.
You're like the most fun person.
Aw,
Not
thanks.
fun Bobby. Like just fun.
Yeah, I am fun.
What? You're not boring.
It's because I like to go to bed early and I like to get up early and I don't like to drink a lot of alcohol and stuff
Well,
like
you
that.
did on Saturday.
Oh, I did on Saturday, but I've been paying for it ever since.
Also, you know how to have fun.
I do. Like, I really do.
You're not a person who doesn't get fun or want to have fun or understand fun. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think that's very fair or true, actually.
Thanks.
I think you're fun.
Let's do a show on it.
How to have fun.
Yeah. Or what fun looks like in your 40s.
Well, as part of this power conversation last night, I did also say, you know, the older I get, the more I kind of want peace and quiet. And Ollie was like, but who doesn't want peace and quiet? Everyone's goal is peace and quiet. And I said, it's not
No.
actually.
Some
It's
people love
actually
chaos.
Not people's goal. Lots of people love the drama, the chaos, the loud, the this,
Yeah,
the that.
yeah.
I said, I find like it's not much fun, but I kind of lean towards the peace and quiet now.
But it's very nourishing and healthy and healing and all of those things. It's just different.
And I don't mean in a very introverted, removing myself from society kind of way, but I'm really aware the older I get of when my cup is full, when I need to fill it a little bit more, when I've got enough in there. And I don't need to overspill anymore.
No, the overspill just brings anxiety and overwhelm. And whenever I am feeling anxious, which is less and less nowadays, but that's thanks to my stable hormones, all I want for is peace and calm.
But you know, you say that, I know you don't mean it flippantly, but you say it flippantly like because of my stable hormones. But I do think also at this time of life, you don't always feel that stable and things are going up and down and it is all a bit
oh my
of a...
God, I've worked very hard to have stable hormones.
But this, you know, I am definitely on this very strange roller coaster where I've had weeks and weeks and weeks of thinking I'm fine, but you telling me you're not yourself, Ollie telling me you're not yourself.
And Ollie telling me you're not yourself.
Right. And then wake up one morning.
Excuse me, you didn't think you were fine.
Well, I knew I was off, but I couldn't, you don't have great perspective or clarity into it. And then you wake up one day and you're like, I'm totally fine. Why was I feeling anxious about that yesterday? Nothing's wrong.
Yeah, it's up and down.
It's very up and down. But
And it's horrible because you don't know how you're going to wake up the next day.
And you also don't, well, I can only speak for myself, don't have the most amazing insight into how you are being. So when you're in that kind of roller coaster situation, those months, those years, however long it takes, I think it's quite important to find stability and not overwhelm yourself, because you just waking up can feel some mornings a bit overwhelming.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think it kind of goes hand in hand.
Yep. Yep. To all of that.
I know you know what I mean.
Yes, I do.
But if you're
Very
not
much so.
listening to that and you're not honouring that and you're just ploughing through life with all the drama, all the chaos, all the mayhem, all the late nights, all the booze, all the everything that you did before, I don't think it's great for you.
I would not cope. I would not cope. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
And then no one in my household would cope.
Yeah, exactly.
It would have such a huge knock-on effect on my family.
Which is interesting because it leads us into step 3, which is tend to your nervous system, which I think is exactly what we're talking about here, right? So if you do feel buzzy or restless or very overtired, that is your nervous system adjusting. So you need to support it.
That is something I have hugely learned how to do in the last year, especially.
Yeah.
Attend to my nervous system.
Yeah. So early nights, as we said, get out in nature. We say it over and over and over again. Go for a walk, move your body, do some gentle movement. Have fewer huge dramatic conversations. You don't need that. Calm is not complacency, it's preparation. Just
what do you mean
prepare.
have fewer huge dramatic conversations?
I mean, you don't need to have big rowy. You know, like when you're in your teens and 20s, you can have these big blowouty, massive, big conversations and rows and things. Like, no one needs that at our age. You don't need that.
I don't think you need that at any age.
No, but it is more common when you're younger. And sort of explosive situations. They're not a factor for me anymore. Step 4, practice neutral action. Not everything has to be brave or terrifying. You can just do things that feel mildly supportive, slightly relieving, quietly right. If something feels good, it counts.
Even if that means, and I do this quite often now, like if I'm like in the middle of a big edit and I'm feeling very tired or very sort of like bogged down with it and I've been at the laptop for hours, sometimes I just step away, I make myself a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and I just...
Pause?
I step away or I make a phone call, I phone a friend and I have a break.
Yeah.
Something so simple.
Yeah.
But actually so helpful. And then I can go back to it with a much fresher head.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What do they call it? What did we do? Fika.
Fika. The art of doing nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing, Fika.
If you can manage it, it's really good.
Yeah.
You only need to do it for 15 minutes.
Yeah. And if you don't know what we're talking about, go and listen to our show on
That was
Fika.
quite a good show, wasn't it?
It was a great show.
And step 5 is speak to yourself like you are mid-process, because you are mid-process when you're doing all of this. You can replace with I should know what to do by now with I am allowed to be here while I figure this out. Just lower the pressure to do everything, everywhere, all at once.
I like it. It's very kind, very compassionate, very supportive.
Yeah.
It's very lovely.
That's the whole point of
Yes.
this show, this Valentine's Day.
Yes.
This is our kind of self-love theme for the
Yes.
year, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here for it.
How
all
to
of it.
listen, how to figure it out.
And how to honour it.
Honour it and put it into action without anything crazy, dramatic or upsetting or chaotic. Just in a calm and considered way.
Nourishing, beautiful, kind way.
Yeah.
I love it.
Because there's time. There's time to figure stuff out. And sometimes it takes people different times to do different things.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Well, we're always running on different speeds.
Yeah. Everyone is.
See how long it took me to find the word speed?
I saw.
Everyone saw.
But everyone is. But everyone is.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
You are. I'm not in relationship or in partnership with everyone. So I'm just saying, like, you know, Adam and I are on different speeds.
Yeah.
Me and Daisy are definitely on different speeds.
Yeah. Funnily enough, Josh turning 13 and me about to be 48, we're on actually quite similar trajectory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sort of. In
Well,
opposite directions.
he's going up and I'm going down.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm really like, I really kind of get how he's feeling. And when everyone's being cross with him for feeling hormonal, I'm the one speaking up for him saying, do you know what? I know he has been a bit of an arsehole today, but also he genuinely can't help it.
Yeah.
And he might not even know that he's being an arsehole.
Yeah.
And he won't be an arsehole forever. So just like, let it go today.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind.
Well, it's just puberty backwards,
Yep.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard. Hormones are hard.
Anyway, we're going to go now.
Yeah, we are.
We'll be back next week
Yeah.
with a brand new episode.
Yeah.
And please keep your messages coming in. Hello at theselfcareclub.co.uk. Thank you for being in touch. Thank you for all your messages. We love hearing from you. So please keep them coming in so you can be part of the conversation.
See you next week.
This message is sponsored by Greenlight. With school out, summer is the perfect time to teach our kids real-world money skills they'll use forever. Greenlight is a debit card and the #1 family finance and safety app used by millions of families, helping kids learn how to save, invest, and spend wisely. Parents can send their kids money and track their spending and saving, while kids build money confidence and skills in fun ways. Start your risk-free Greenlight trial today at greenlight.com/Spotify. That's greenlight.com/Spotify.
Carvana's so easy, just a click, and we've got ourselves a car. See?
So many cars. That's a click-tastic inventory.
And check out the financing options. Payments to fit our budget. I mean, that's
Clickonomics 101.
delivery to our door.
Just a hop, skip, and a click away.
And what?
No better feeling than when everything just
Clicks.
Buy your car today on
Carvana.
Delivery fees may apply.
Well, the holidays have come and gone once again, but if you've forgotten to get that special someone in your life a gift, well, Mint Mobile is extending their holiday offer of half off unlimited wireless. So here's the idea. You get it now, you call it an early present for next year. What do you have to lose?
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Limited time 50% off regular price for new customers. Upfront payment required. $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds may slow after 50 gigabytes per month when network is busy. See terms.